Make sure you're on mute, please.
Every day, but very little.
To all the inmates, Mr. Hernandez, stop unmuting yourself. Do not touch that screen again. Thank you. All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. Happy Thursday. Let's keep this a Thursday. Let's not try to turn it into a Monday. These are the rules of the 187 District Court. You are in a courtroom. Whatever you could not do if you were physically in the courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. So all the people who are at your homes or at your work, you need to find a quiet place. You need to let your supervisor know that you need to take a break. You are not to be doing laundry. You're not to be laying in bed. You're not to be cooking breakfast, changing diapers. If you do anything on this Zoom screen that you could not do if you were in the courtroom, it is unprofessional. If you're at the jail, you're going to be sent back to your jail. And what will end up happening is that we will see you in 30 to 60 days. If you are at home or at work and you're not behaving professionally on this Zoom screen, your Zoom privileges will be revoked and your Thursday will become a Monday because you will be required to appear in the courtroom. Doesn't matter if you're out of county, out of state, out of country, you will be required to appear in the 187 District Court. Mr. Cordova, that mask does not work unless it covers your nose and your mouth. You will be required to appear in the courtroom. What does that entail? That entails you getting a Lyft or Uber, catching the VIA bus. And then if you're driving yourself, you're going to find a lot of construction and a lot of one-ways. And if you're able to find parking space, you're going to discover that parking is very expensive. I'm going to open the breakout rooms. When I open the breakout rooms, it will invite everyone to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call you by name and assign you to a room. To all the defendants and those who are accused, you will hear your attorney's name. Your name will not be called. If you do not hear your attorney's name, it is because of one or two reasons. One, they're zooming in another courtroom, or two, they were required to appear in person. You will have a chance to see your attorney. So put some patience in your pocket, take it out as needed. To all the attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement, no matter how small that agreement is, you will need to put it in the chat box to the court coordinator. She's listed on the screen as Ferguson Coordinator. Do not text her, chat her, email her, call her, asking for a continuance or asking to be excused. I'm the only person who can do that. Attorneys, when you're assigned to a breakout room, think of that as the doctor's office. When you go to the doctor's office and they call you to the back, you're not seeing the doctor right away. They're putting you in one of those small rooms, checking your weight and your blood pressure. The prosecutors have the ability to move throughout the breakout rooms. If you leave that room, it's gonna show that that room is empty and they're gonna skip over you. And I guarantee you, the minute you leave that room, a prosecutor was on that way to that room. So everyone be patient. Attorneys, I'm gonna call your name. This is the order in which you will appear. If you see you're low on the list and you wish to zoom to another courtroom, you're more than welcome to do so. However, if you zoom to another courtroom and your name is called, you will be put at the end of the list. Andrew Froelich, Alberto Acevedo, Cornelius Cox, Jay Norton, Joanne Eckel, Nathaniel Navy, Christine McDonald, Miguel Nahara, Jonathan Chavez, Valentina Kogut, Victor Gomez, Matthew Allen, Michael Belichick, Bobby Gibbia, Guillermo Lara, Eric Reynolds, and Jeb Locke. Is there any attorney's name that I did not call?
Dan Rodriguez.
All right, Dan Rodriguez. Any other attorney's name that I did not call? All right, so attorneys, when I call your name, I need to know who your client is. I need to know if it's family violence or criminal trial division. It will make it easier for me if you add to your screen name the name of your client and whether or not it's criminal trial division or family violence. If you're unable to do that, I will do that for you. All right, Andrew Froelich, thank you for changing your screen name.
Welcome, Judge. Not my first time.
Breakout room number 2.
Number 2. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
So rare.
Alberto Acevedo. Alberto Acevedo.
Your Honor, I have Nicolette Costello. She's been accepted to the pretrial diversion program yesterday, and I just emailed that to Beatrice Chavez.
All right. Norma, can you check on Miss Costello?
Yes, ma'am.
And if she's been accepted, if you can put a 30-day reset or whatever reset date that is in the chat box to me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just give us a moment, Mr. Acevedo. Cornelius Cox.
Present, Judge. I have Jonathan Yost. He should be on screen, Judge. And the only thing I'm going to request, Judge, it's a lot of.
Just one second. Mr. Villarreal, if you unmute yourself again without permission, you will be sent back. And you need to wear that mask properly. Otherwise, it's just a chin strap. And even as a chin strap, it's too thin to be protective. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Cox, you have Mr. Yost.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm just going to be requesting a regular reset, Judge. There's a lot of discovery. I haven't completed looking at it. So I'm going to be asking for a reset.
All right, just give me a moment. Let me assign everyone to the breakout room, then I'll come back to you. Jay Norton.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm here for James Terry, criminal trial, specifically Marcus Sanders is who we've been talking with.
I'll send you to number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Joanne Eckel.
Good morning, Judge. I have Shamarcus Porter. It's family violence.
Thank you. I'll send you to number 4.
Thank you.
Nathaniel Navy, thanks for changing your name. I'll send you to number 5.
Thank you, Judge.
Christine McDonald,
I have Stephen Chandler with Criminal Trial Division, Judge.
thanks for changing your name. I'll send you to number 6.
Thank you.
Miguel Nahara,
Good morning, Judge. I have Mr. Gabino Vara. It is criminal trial. I have conferred with Mr. Nisbet. I do need to approach at some point on a bond motion when this court is ready to hear it.
okay, I'll send you to number 7.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Jonathan Chavez,
Yes, Your Honor. I have a Jose Tarubiatis, and he actually has one of each, Your Honor, one family violence and one CTD.
all right, thank you, and thanks for changing your name. I'll send you to number 8. Valentina Kogut.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Christina Montes,
Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
Criminal Trial Division. However, Your Honor, I haven't been in contact with my client since our last court date. She appeared to be sick last time, and I haven't heard from her.
All right, just give me a moment. I'm going to send you to a breakout room to confer with the state, and then
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
see if your client appears.
Mhm.
I give everyone till 10:30. And so, number 9, please. Matthew Allen.
Morning, Judge. Myself and Attorney Guillermo Lara here on Jose Parada. We've actually conferred this morning with Tom and have gotten all discovery. I think it's a first setting. He needs to reach out to the complainant's family before making an offer.
All right, just give me one moment. All right, Norma, what date on Nicolette Costello?
Judge, I send you a chat.
All right, thank you. All right. Alberto Acevedo on your client. We're going to come back on October 21st.
What is that hearing for, Your Honor?
It's an update on your pretrial diversion.
She's already been accepted and I've already emailed it back.
I'll see you back on October 21st for an update on the pretrial diversion.
Okay, she's required to be present.
Yes, unless it's been dismissed and taken care of.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Norma, on Jose Parada, can I get a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. It will be on the 21st as well, Judge. And is that just for just a regular reset, Judge, or discovery?
Yes, regular reset.
Thank you.
All right, Matthew Allen, unless, is Jose Parada on bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jose Parada, where are you? Your client's not on the Zoom screen.
No, I don't see him. We spoke to him. I'll see where he is and have him sign on.
All right, thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. Michael Velichek. Michael Velichek.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, who's your
have
client?
Jesus Santoyo, and it is Criminal Trial Division.
I'll send you to number 10.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bobby Gibbia.
Good morning, Judge. Robert Gebbia for Sherry Cooper. We are asking for a 30-day reset or a normal reset. I have conferred and received an offer previously. Last time in court, the court assigned an immigration attorney to Ms. Cooper. She is not an American citizen. I spoke to the immigration attorney yesterday. She has not completed the Padilla letter yet. There's been some complications on the immigration status.
All right, who is the immigration attorney? I'm sorry. Oh, Post Davila. Okay.
Yeah, she's wonderful, actually.
No, yeah, she is.
But it appears to be a bit of a hard case. Ms. Cooper is a citizen of the United Kingdom, and she has cases spread throughout the state of Texas. And it's kind of all over the place, but she is diligently working on it.
All right, I don't know why someone has an issue with going back to the United Kingdom, but you know. All right, Norma, can I have a 30-day reset on Sherry Cooper?
Yes, ma'am. We can do that one on the 20th, Judge.
All right, and where is Sherry Cooper? Sherry,
I'm right here, ma'am. Yes.
All right, we'll see you back on October 20th.
Thank you, Judge Boyd. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
excused.
Thank you, Gebbia.
Okay, Mr. Cox on Jonathan Yost.
Yes, ma'am. This is a special crime case, I guess white collar, whatever.
Okay, because on August 11th, they said that all discovery was
Yeah,
received.
it's in, but it's a lot of it. I mean, it's going to take me. I'm pretty good, but even with me, Judge, it's going to take me a while to sift through it. Plus, there's it's just a wealth of information that I got to go through. So I haven't completed it yet.
All right. State, have you tendered an offer yet or no?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
And it's been tendered, Judge.
All right, where is your client, Mr. Jonathan Yost?
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, on Jonathan Yost, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
The 21st, Judge.
All right, we'll see you on October 21st.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Mr. Cox, before we go, just so that you know, Mr. Yost sent a cease and desist letter to a punishment witness.
I'm going to I'll send you all in the breakout room and you can discuss that. Mr.
Okay.
Cox, if you can go to number 11, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor.
Mr. Guerra, if you can go to 11.
Yes, Your Honor.
Eric Reynolds. Eric Reynolds. Jeb Locke.
Hi, Judge Joseph Payne, family violence.
Thank you very much. I'll send you to number 12.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Patience in my pocket.
Yes, I'm telling you, keep it there and it'll be great. Dan Rodriguez. Dan Rodriguez.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Yes, who's your client?
Christopher Garza. It's a family violence.
Send you to number 13.
Okay.
Ted Wood.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Matthew Stribling. It was a bond issue. You requested my presence again today. We had a hearing yesterday.
Okay, Jazz, I'm going to send you to 14. When the prosecutor meets with you, they'll tell you to come to the main room, and that will let me know that they're ready because they're working their way through the other people who were here. So when they get to your room, just come out and I'll hear your motion.
Great. Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Scott Simpson.
Yes,
Scott
Your Honor.
Simpson.
I'm here on two matters. I'm a defense attorney on Buchanan. It's with special crimes. I have already received an offer. I'm trying to decide what to do. I want to consider making a counter offer, but there's some things I have to do to give to the state to figure that.
Who is the attorney on the special crimes prosecutor on Buchanan?
Jason Jorgens. He was in here earlier, but he sent me a chat that he had to hop out to another court and would be back.
Okay, and who's your other case?
The other case, Judge, I'm a special prosecutor on it with Ed Bartolome as the defense attorney. That's Guadalupe Cedillo. The co-defendant has pled, and I've tendered an offer to Ed, and he was going to talk with me today in a breakout room.
All right, Ed, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 15. And Scott, we're going to get the special crimes person back.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Eduardo Jimenez.
Yes, Judge, I have John Rice. I believe it's a CTD.
I'm going to send you to number 16.
All right, Judge.
Anthony Cantrell. Anthony Cantrell.
I'm here, Judge. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get it off mute. Had multiple screens on. Apologize for that.
No problem. Who do you have?
I have Johnny Villarreal. It's a criminal trial division case.
I'll send you to number 17.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Eric Reynolds.
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
Yes, who do you have?
I've got Adam Cordova, Judge. This is a CTD case where we've come back maybe 3 or 4 times the past week. So because my client requested time to talk to the offer with his family.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room with Mr. Cordova.
And well, Judge, I met with him at Linked yesterday. He has rejected the offer.
All right, then I'm going to send you to number 18. Let the state know. We'll send you to breakout room number 1 so you can get a jury trial date. Mr. Cordova, today is the last day for you to enter a plea. The court will only accept pleas open to the court after today. So, yes,
and
Mr.
Judge,
Reynolds?
if I could get with Cordova, I'm sure he'll want me to explain that to him. So let me get with him one last time. I'll come back.
All right, I'll send you to number 18. Mr. Cordova, could you go to 18, please?
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Judge, this is Joanne Akel. I'm back from a breakout room.
Yes.
Judge, in regard to Shamarcus Porter, we have a plea bargain offer from the state. My client would like to meet with me in person to go over all the details of it. And there's some other issues concerning it that Mr. Martin and I may have to work out later. So we would request a couple of weeks reset to do that.
Okay, where's your client?
He's on the Zoom, Judge.
Shamarcus Porter, where are you?
He's under Derek's iPad 2, I think, Judge, and he's on mute.
I'm right here, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, Norma, can you give them a 2-week reset, please, on Shamarcus Porter?
Yes, ma'am. We can come back on the 30th, Judge.
All right, is that enough time for you, Ms. Eckel?
You know, I've been having to try to catch up because I was out with my mother being ill. So if we could have maybe another week or 2.
All right, Norma, could you put it for the 2nd week in October?
The 14th.
All right, is that enough time?
It should be enough time, Judge.
All right, we will see you on October 14th.
Thank you, Judge. May my client and I be excused.
Yes, Mr. Porter?
Yes, ma'am.
That is the last time the court will extend your plea deadline date. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm also
Judge.
back from the breakout room.
Yes.
If I can just be put in a breakout room with my client, Stephen Chandler, he should be on.
Where is Stephen Chandler? I need you to go to breakout room number 6, please. All right, Jay Norton.
Yes, ma'am. We would ask for a 1-week reset to do the paperwork for a plea. I'd like to do it today, but I'm kind of way booked up. And it's easier to go over the paperwork with Mr. Terry that way.
All right, are you available to do this tomorrow?
No, I am not available tomorrow morning. I am tomorrow afternoon, but I have 2 cases set on your docket next Thursday. If we could add it to next Thursday.
All right, Norma, are you able to schedule Mr. Terry for Thursday for a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we will see you on September 23rd.
Yes, ma'am. And I will I will chat the emails that are necessary to Norma and to Marcus.
All right, where is James Terry?
He is on the Zoom.
James Terry, where are you? unmute and speak up?
Maybe he's still in the breakout room. I just talked to him.
Okay, let me check your breakout room.
He's in number 3.
Yeah, he must have stayed in the
He's in number 3, Judge.
Okay, all right, then you're excused. We'll see you back on September 23rd. If you could go to breakout room number 3 and let your client know he's excused.
Yes, ma'am.
And then
Thank
you
you.
can be excused from that breakout room.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge Guillermo Lara and Jose Parada, Judge.
Yes.
Mr. Parada is here on iPhone, it's listed as iPhone, Judge, and Judge, he's a Spanish speaker. I would like to let the court know that it is my fault that he's here late. I did tell him 10 o'clock last night when he texted me, so it is my fault, Judge. I would like to let the court know that, but he is here on the Zoom, Judge, under
All
iPhone.
right, just give me one moment.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Lara, you and your client are excused. His next court date is going to be October 21st.
Thank
And
you,
is
Judge.
he a citizen?
He is, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I asked because if he isn't, then we need to already set him up with an immigration attorney.
He's a citizen, Judge.
Okay, all right, thank you. You're excused and your client is excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. Miguel Nahara.
I have finished conferring with the state. We're talking about potential trial dates. I think we need to confer with Norma about that most likely.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 1.
Yes, Judge. And may I come back? Because after that, I'd like to approach on that bond motion if this court would allow me to.
Yes.
Your Honor, we've conferred, Mr. Simpson and I.
Just 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. Miguel Nahara, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1.
By the way, Judge, you always scare me when you say as a doctor's office, they weigh you because I really don't want to be weighed. So you're not going to weigh me.
But sometimes even if you lose half an inch, you're like, hey, that's great.
The trick is to put rocks in your pocket the first time. So when you go back, you're much lighter, Judge. I figured
Okay,
that
I'm going to work on that.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure, no problem. And if Tom Nesbitt, if you could go to number 1, and Norma, if you could go to number 1, please, to see about a trial setting on Barra.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, Ed Bartholomew and Scott Simpson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, I believe we have a plea worked out. I have to, because I don't have access to the same stuff that the DA does, I need to print out the plea paperwork. Can we reset it for like 1 or 2 weeks for a plea?
What is this client's name?
Guadalupe Cedillo. I don't know if he's there or not.
All right, Ed, is your client here?
Your Honor, I talked to him last night. I don't know if he's there or not. You have the vision, Your Honor.
I mean, you can't call your client and see if
Your
he's
Honor.
here.
He's here.
Oh,
Your
he
Honor.
answered.
All right, he's under Pauline Salazar. I don't know why people come on Zoom and try to put a different name.
I think they're just borrowing people's phones, Judge. Some people don't have access to Zoom.
You know what, Scott? That may be the case, but 9 times out of 10, everybody has a cell phone. All right, so you're saying you need 2 weeks?
Yeah, that sounds good. And what I'll do is I'll hand deliver the plea paperwork to Ed, and then we can figure out We may have to do that plea in person. Maybe in 2 weeks, we'll be doing stuff in person again.
I highly doubt that, but
Oh, yeah.
you know. All right, Scott and Ed, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 1 to get a reset date on that from Ms. Ferguson, and then come back and tell me what your reset date is.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Cedillo, stand by. Thank you.
All right, Richard Guerra.
Your Honor, Mr. Cox and I have conferred. We just wanted to discuss the case a little bit more, talked about the discovery that we have, and I believe we're going to meet up sometime in the coming couple of weeks to go over the evidence in person just so that we can discuss the case. So I feel like things are moving, and that's where we are now. And I think that Mr. Cox had already requested a reset.
Yes.
And so I just was here to ask for your permission to leave. May I please be excused, Your Honor?
Oh, yes, you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tom, could you go to breakout room number 1, please?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Nathaniel Navy on Charles Garley.
Yes, Judge. This is our first setting. I conferred with Mr. Nisbet, and they've reached out to the complaining witness on this case, and they're just waiting to hear back. So if we could just get a regular reset, Judge, so that we could confer.
All right, just 1 second. Let me look at the calendar. All right, I can bring you back on October 21st.
That sounds good, Judge.
And is your client here?
He is.
All right, Charles Gurley, or where are you?
Present, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We're going to come back on your case on October 21st, and I'll just give you a regular reset.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
All
Judge.
right. Thank
Excuse
you.
me.
You and your client are excused.
Thank you. Excuse
You're
me,
welcome.
Judge.
Just 1 moment.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
Are you done with the Cordova?
No, we're not done with Cordova. To all the inmates, you are not excused from this Zoom unless I tell you you're excused. If you decide to pull the stunts that people have been pulling, just telling the deputy, I'm done with my case, we're going to have issues. So let's not make this into a Monday. Let's keep it a Thursday. Everyone be patient. All right, Victor Gomez.
Morning, Judge. I have Manuel Hernandez. He's a CTD case. If I could go to breakout with a PA, I'd appreciate it.
All right, Victor Gomez, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 19.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And thanks for changing your screen name. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, Christine McDonald.
Judge, the state has offered my client a PTD. We got a reset the last time so I could get some medical records, and we've come to that agreement, Judge.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. If you can get a date from the court coordinator, then come back to the court with what that date is.
Okay, thank you.
Let me see, you were in number 6. I'll send you to 1. Yes. All right, Eric Reynolds.
Yes, Judge, I've got Adam Cordova. We just need to get a jury trial date.
No, we have, on his case, we actually have a contested hearing that's going to be coming up.
On his
Mr. Cordova, where are you? We're not going to sit around, Mr. Cordova, and wait
Yes,
for your
ma'am, I can
jury
hear you.
trial. So, Mr. Cordova, you're getting set for a contested hearing.
What is that?
All right, I'll send you to a breakout room for your attorney to talk to you about your contested hearing. Because I'm not going to let you sit around with a motion to revoke just hanging out there. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4, and your attorney will explain that to you.
Okay.
Anyone back from the breakout rooms?
Dan Rodriguez.
Yes.
Hi, Judge. I conferred with David Martin. This is actually our first time that we've been able to confer on the case. I want to say the last time Christopher Garza was present, you had him come into the courtroom, but I wasn't able to confer with anybody at that time.
Yes, he was brought into the courtroom because he was behaving inappropriately on the Zoom. Where's Christopher Garza?
I remember that. He's on
Garza?
Zoom, Your Honor.
Christopher Garza, where are you?
I'm right here.
Right. Thank you. So
Your Honor,
happening?
both parties are requesting one more pretrial setting. We don't have any firm offer out just yet. There's some things that David wants to look into and that I want to look into as well. So we're requesting one more pretrial setting, maybe in 30 days, if that's okay by you.
All right, I'll set you for October 21st.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're excused and your client is excused.
Thank you.
You're
Christopher,
welcome.
go ahead and log off. Thank you.
Eduardo Jimenez.
Yes, Judge. May I speak to Marcus again, please?
All right, let me see where Marcus is. He's in number 17. As soon as he comes out of 17, I'll have him come to 15. So if you'll go to breakout room number 15 and he'll meet you there.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be at 10? Okay, let's see if
Anyone else back from the breakout rooms?
Well, I'm back from the breakout room, Valentina Kogut.
Yes, and have you had contact with your client?
I have not had contact, but it looks like she appeared on Zoom right now.
All right, Christina Montez. I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. And Valentina, if you will go to breakout room number 5, and Ms. Montez, you need to go to number 5. Hi, Miguel Nahara, you're back.
I am, Judge. They give us a tentative date of January 12th, which may obviously be moved once I expect District Court admin actually starts assigning the courts their actual jury selection dates.
Okay. And I'm sorry, you said January?
The 12th, Judge.
All right, is there a prosecutor available to place this on the record? Let me see if we have a prosecutor.
I can step in.
Judge. All right, thank you. All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 11408, State of Texas versus Gabina Barra. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
For the defense?
Miguel Nájera for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and could you unmute for me, please, Mr. Barra?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you Mr. Gavino Barra?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
I have, Judge.
Has an offer been tendered?
Offers have been tendered. Unfortunately, none were accepted, Judge. We were not able to come to any agreement.
All right. Mr. Barr, are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your jury trial date will be January 12th. I put down 2021, but that, can you believe it'll be 2022? Your jury trial date will be January 12th, 2022 at 9 a.m. in the 187th District Court. The court is located at 300 De La Rosa. It's on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, any objections to that date as a trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objections to that as a trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Guevara, Mr. Barra, do you have any objections to that as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
All right, when is your jury trial scheduled for?
January 12th,
What time?
9 a.m.,
Which court?
187.
All right, make sure you're dressed for court on that date. If juries are still suspended, your attorney will be informed and he will know how you are to appear. And Mr. Nahara, if juries are suspended, then he can appear on Zoom. All right, thank you. With that, we will close the record. And Mr. Barr, you're excused. And Mr. Nahara, if you don't have anyone else with us, the bond issue.
The bond issue, Judge, yes.
Did you confer with the state on that?
I did. They were not going to agree to it, Judge. So I'm just urging it directly to the court. And I apologize, Meredith. I know Tom didn't talk to you about it. I think you talked to Mr. Wolf about it. Hunter,
Yes.
sorry, Mr. Hunter.
All right, just one second. Mr. Nahara, do you mind if we wait till one of those attorneys come in, unless Meredith, you feel okay going forward?
I'd prefer one of them handle it because I have not looked at it, Judge.
Okay, I'll do it. That's fine.
Okay. Oh, he's saying he'll do it for this or something else?
Yeah, no, this one. Yep.
Okay, just one second. Let me
This one,
find-
this one, Gavino Var.
All right, let me find your motion. Just one moment.
Yes, Judge, and that's going to be the one titled, give me a second here, I had it up on my computer screen. It will be titled I think it's titled Second Motion to Amend Bond Conditions, although
it's really the fifth.
I think it's a fourth. I think it's the fourth.
All right, to the clerks, could I have the motion on Gavina Barra? Please.
File, Judge. I can try to get the date I filed it.
All right, or either if you have it, Mr. Nahara, if you can email it to me and I can forward it to the clerks and have them print it, because I still don't have ink for my printer.
No problem, Judge. Give me 1 second here.
Your Honor, while we're waiting, can we give you our trial date, our plea date, Mr. Simpson and I?
Just give me a moment. What is the client's name?
Mr. Cedillo, Your Honor, and it's set for the 29th, Your Honor, of September for a plea.
Okay,
May we be excused, Judge?
yes.
Thank you, Mr. Simpson.
All
And
right, September 29th.
yes,
Yes, Judge.
All right, and if Mr. Simpson and Mr. Bartholomew, if you all have all the paperwork done before that date and get the paperwork to the court, I don't know what the plea bargain agreement is. But you may be able to do it by Zoom if you just
Yes.
have all the paperwork to the court before then.
We'll get the
Okay.
paper to the court,
We'll
Judge.
work on that, Judge.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bartholomew, you are excused.
Mr. Cedillo, he's online. Can you excuse him, Your Honor?
Yes, he's excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of your day.
Good weekend. Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm going to try.
LSU's playing again. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, and so is Florida. So we shall see.
We shall see. Bye-bye.
Okay, Judge, I did send that motion to your email, so you should have it.
All right, thank you. And what I'll do is I will forward it to the clerks, but read it from my screen.
Yes, and I apologize. It's not the file stamped copy, so they should have that in the court's file.
No problem. Robert, I'm sending you a document. Could you please print that out for me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, I just emailed it.
Because you wrote on this one already.
Let's see.
Mm.
Oh, that's fine.
The date right there.
Yeah. All right. Defense, you've labeled it as fourth motion, but it says second motion. So I'm assuming it's really the fourth motion. Is that correct?
It is, Judge. I apologize. When I saved it, I put the right name, but I forgot to change the title.
All right, no problem. We will take care of that. Brenna, are you ready? Ready. All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 11408, State of Texas versus Gavina Barra. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Tom Nisbet.
for the defense?
You get back to that, Judge.
All right, again, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
No, this isn't. Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, defense, the court is in receipt of your motion. It's entitled second motion to amend conditions. Is there an oral motion to change it to fourth motion to amend conditions of bond?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense apologized that I mistitled it. It is now this fourth motion, and I have no objections to the court amending that.
All right, any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense, state, are you in agreement with the defense's motion or no?
Not opposed.
All right, defense, I'll hear your argument.
Yes, Your Honor. This honorable court has already allowed my client to start working at the Days Inn and Suites on 13800 I-H 37 South. He has been working it and has had no violations since the court allowed him to start reworking there. His current hours are 8 through 5 Mondays through Saturdays. We're asking this honorable court to allow him to work overtime. There is more work that can be given to him at that location, and he is asking for permission to do that. As well, secondly, Judge, we're asking if this honorable court would allow my client to also attend services on Sundays at Templo La Hermosa. The address is listed in my motion at 203 Dolores Avenue. That is on Sunday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. He has been getting some spiritual guidance from a Mr. Jose Gallegos with Adelante Second Chance, who I believe is logged on and willing to provide support to my client. And then finally, the last request, Judge, is that my client asks for the ability to continue his self-employment work. He is in construction and builds decks, and I believe before the original violation that got all these things taken off of his bond, he was in the midst of working on some decks for individuals, and he would like the opportunity to finish those up. And I did provide this honorable court 3 separate orders, Judge, in case the judge wanted to parcel them out. As I said, I have a Mr. Jose Gallegos who has been very supportive of my client and wants to give him some work as well. And he's willing to testify that my client's been doing well and on the right track while he's been on bond.
All right, so state, what is the issue?
Well, the issue is the same that it's always been, Judge. My argument is the same. We are opposed, and then it's going to be the court's discretion.
All right, so is there an issue with him working overtime? If he has proof that has the hours, this is the time I'm working overtime, and he gives notification that, notice that he's working overtime, and here's the proof.
In set hour ranges?
Yes.
No, I got no problem with that.
Okay, so then Mr. Nahara, if your client is going to be working overtime, he can provide proof of that, those hours and location. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. He could get his employer to give him notice so he can notify pretrial. And if they need a letter or something from his employer, I'm sure that won't be a problem, stating they need him additional hours and specifically say when and where. Okay,
so now we've addressed that issue. The other issue, and my concern is this taking bids and just going to places randomly. I don't understand how that's going to work, because then he just becomes on tracking. It's no longer just partial. So how is that happening?
I think prior, my client was also giving pretrial heads up if there was a specific location he was to go to take bids from. And then if he was going to commence work there as well, letting them know when and where he would be ahead of time.
Okay. State, is there any objection if he's taking bids that he gives pretrial services 48-hour notice?
What, as to the vagaries of that job description, the places he's going, et cetera, we're opposing that.
Okay. All right, Mr. Nahara, as it relates to the bids that he's taken, it would help the court understand more if he just provides some sort of information to the court. What is his background? Is his background in construction, or is he just like, a neighbor?
No, his background is in construction, Judge, and I believe he had a couple of projects that he had been working that were not finished, and the court would give him leeway to maybe I can try to forward some information as to those specific jobs, the sites, and how much time he believes he needs to complete them. I can always readdress that with the court.
Well, defense, I'll allow him to work overtime upon proof, and he needs to give notice to pretrial services. As far as construction work that he started and he did not finish, the court will need proof that he actually started work. Show the, bring the court a contract or something. I don't want people to have paid for services and then not have it completed.
Yes, Judge.
So he needs to provide the court ample proof with that, and please provide it to the state.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I will allow him to work overtime upon proof, but Mr. Vara, as far as taking the bids and doing that, you're not going to be allowed to do that. You will be allowed potentially to finish up any previous contract work that you started and you've been paid for, but the court will need proof of that. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there any way I can speak with my lawyer? Because we already had discussed about the overtime on the last motion, and you already.
I'll allow you to speak with your attorney after this hearing. So if there's nothing else, the court will close the hearing. And
there was one more issue, Judge. The church,
yes.
The ability to attend church at Templo La Hermosa on that specific location, specific time.
No. And Mr. Barr, a lot of churches are doing it by Zoom. So you'll have to do it by Zoom. We can go off record, Brenna. Mr. Barr, let me tell you what my grandmother told me when I went off to college. She's like, I don't have any money to give you because we were poor. You know what she gave me? She gave me a Bible. She said, anybody come knocking on the door, tell them I have my Bible. I can read my Bible myself. And I'm glad you have yours too. So that's what you're going to have to do in regards to that. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4. Mr. Vara and your attorney will speak to you on whatever you wish to speak to him about. All right.
And are we released after that, Judge, since we've got the date and everything on the record?
Yes. And I'm just trying to figure out, oh, there's your client. I had to find him. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, I finally made it on Macias.
All right. Oh, hi. Just give me one moment, please.
Sure. Just want to let you know, and I apologize.
Oh, no problem. All right. Christine McDonald. Christine McDonald.
Yes, Judge, we got October 20th as the next date.
All right. And that's for PTD?
Yes.
All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. Is there anyone else who was in the breakout room with Ms. Ferguson to get a date? All right, then, Mr. Seeloff, who's your client?
Your Honor, my client is John Eddie Gomez Macias. SID number 918115.
Criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal.
Okay.
And I just wanted to report that we just had our hearing on Manuel Gonzalez, which is also in your court, set for October 15th. However, he was declared incompetent to stand trial and ordered to go to a mental health facility for up to 120 days.
Okay, on Manuel Gonzalez, Mr. Seeloff, can you put that in the chat box?
Yes, Your Honor.
To Ms. Ferguson with the cause number? And what is the cause number? I'm sorry.
For Manuel Gonzalez?
Yes.
2021-6657.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, can you have the clerks pull that for me, please? And we'll make sure we get a reset date on that case, so you won't have to come to court on it.
It's set right now for October 15th, but
no, we will move that date. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. And then I have one other question about Finnemore. It's set for next Tuesday. PDT, I don't know if the court has signed the paperwork yet. That's all we're waiting on.
Okay, no, on Finnemore, she'll have to come to court.
Okay.
By Zoom.
By Zoom.
All right, and then your other client, Macias, I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Scott Simpson, the attorney, is here.
Yes, Judge.
Jason Jorgens, I'll send you all to breakout room number 7.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Andrew Froelich.
Judge, we are asking for a reset on Mr. John Guajardo. I've conferred with Joe Ray, and we're asking for 30 days.
Why are you asking for a reset?
So they can contact the complaining witness on the case one more time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Joe Ray, I'm kind of not sure if they've talked to her already, honestly. But we're asking.
All right. Have they given you an offer or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have all discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And your client is on bond or in custody?
He's in custody, Your Honor.
All right. Have you had a chance to confer with your client over the state's offers?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Norma, where is Gallardo? I don't see him on the screen.
He's under John, and he might be in breakout room 2, where we just conferred. He put his first name in instead of his last name.
Can you do me a favor? Can you go to number 2 and have him come out of that breakout room, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment, put some patience in your pocket. And Norma, on Gallardo, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
The 21st, Judge.
Okay. David Woodard, I'm going to send you to a breakout room, number 1. And Mr. Hernandez, can you meet David Woodard in number 1 about his client, please?
Sure.
All right. Mr. Frolick, on your client.
He had a deputy standing right next to him.
Thank you.
I think he's either working on his way out and maybe working on
No,
change.
he's in the room now. Your plea deadline date is going to be October 21st. Mr. Gallardo, John Gallardo.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your plea deadline date is October 21st. What that means is the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let the deputy know that you're excused. Number 14N can go back.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Frolick, you're excused. Thank you.
October 21st, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jeb Locke.
Hi, Judge. I was hoping that Joseph Payne, my client, could be sent over to the breakout room so I could confer with him,
All right.
and go over the state's
Which
office.
breakout room were you in?
12.
All right, Joseph Payne. Is he,
He's
Mr.
an
Payne,
inmate.
if you could go to number 12, please.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Anthony Cantrell.
Judge, the state wants a little more time to confer with their victim, so we'd ask a reset on my client, Johnny Villarreal.
Is your client in custody or on bond?
He's in custody, and I confirmed with him just a minute ago.
All right, Norma, on Mr. Villarreal, can I have a 30-day reset, please? Just a regular reset.
The 21st.
All right, Mr. Villarreal, we're going to bring you back on October 21st.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a great rest of your day. Norma, can you let them know that L6 can go back, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. Are y'all
Yes.
done with Manuel Hernandez?
No, we're not done with Mr. Hernandez.
You're not. Here.
All right,
There's real quick.
Mr. Gallardo, yes. Sorry, Andrew Frolick, yes.
So I just sent you a chat on Mr. Brian Curry on that one.
Yes, I've already signed that.
Okay, just making sure to know if that was a tool. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Sure,
it.
no problem. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Everyone, just give me one moment, please.
Judge, did we reset Brian Curry?
It was dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Eric Reynolds.
Yes, Judge. We just need to get the MTR date, Judge.
All right, Norma, can you set Mr. Cordova for a contested hearing, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me one second.
And who would be the prosecutor who would be handling the contested hearing on Mr. Cordova? It's a burglary.
Probably Marcus.
So Norma, Marcus, and Mr. Reynolds, and you probably need to go to a breakout room to confer on a date.
Okay.
So let me see where Marcus is. Mr. Reynolds, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1.
Yes, Judge.
And Marcus, if you could go to number 1, please. And just let me know what dates you all have decided on. All right, Michael Belichick.
Yes, Judge, I have Jesus Santoyo. I've conferred with Hunter. It is 2021 CR 3906.
Yes.
And there is a police report we believe exists, but we're not sure. The state needs another couple of weeks to try to determine that.
All right, just one moment. Let me get a date from Miss Ferguson. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
Pretty lengthy history. He's not typically the type of person that I would recommend probation on. However, he is being investigated value of the murder is $28,000. So if we added that as restitution to this case, they won't pursue that case. And I guess I would recommend regular probation, even though I don't know that he's really probation got one industry, but and then just do typical drug things. Or we can just do 6 months, 6 to 9 months state jail. Was he indicted that way though?
Okay, on Jesus Santello. Where are you, Jesus Santello?
6 months, sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
he is present, Judge. I don't see him right now.
All right, is your client Santello or Santoyo?
I pronounce it Santoyo. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you spell it,
with double
Mr. Belichick?
LLOOLLOSAN.
All right, so Jesus, your case is coming back on October 21st.
Oh, so, yes, ma'am.
All right,
So
you
what
and
is
your
the-
attorney are excused.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye. Victor Gomez.
Yes, Judge. Status report conferred with Marcus, the DA. Judge, I'd like to have a mental illness evaluation if it hasn't been done on my client. Have this matter reset for maybe 2 weeks to have that redone. I did file a motion for continuance this morning after reviewing his history. There might be other issues with this gentleman. I just need to research him a little better.
All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you a regular reset. We'll recall it October 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, Judge, this is Hunter. I did confer with Mr. Gomez.
I'm
And
sorry.
we also need to make contact with the officers in this case. So we did ask for a little bit of time. One of the officers is currently out, so a regular reset, Judge, should be plenty.
All right, so I'll give you a 30-day reset, and Mr. Gomez, please
Yes, Judge.
have filed that motion before then.
Yes, I will this afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused? Oh,
Yes,
let me talk to my client. Can I
All right.
put in a
Yes.
breakout room with him?
Yes, Mr. Hernandez, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
And let me find you, Victor. There you are.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Everyone, just give me a moment. Brenda, I'm going to start having attorneys raise their hand. That makes it work so much easier instead of everybody shouting at me. All right, Mr. Woodard.
Judge, I spoke with Kevin from probation. My client did go and take a UA yesterday around 3 o'clock. Kevin told me the results take about 3 business days. I'd like to know if we can possibly recall her for Wednesday of next week, which is September 22nd.
Okay, let me put that. I'm sure that will not be a problem. All right, so Laura Peterson, we will bring you back on September 22nd. So she will need to be back on that date.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, thank you.
You can leave, Laurel. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right, Scott Simpson.
Yes, Your Honor. I've conferred with the state. We're still significantly apart, but I have hope still that we may. I haven't abandoned the effort of trying to work out a plea. I was hoping we could get reset also till October 21st.
Okay, what is your client's name?
He is Theodore Buchanan. He's on there as Buchanan on the setup.
All right. Do you have all the discovery in this case?
We do, Judge. I went into the DA's office and reviewed the discovery that they were not allowed to reproduce for me, so I've already seen that. But we still have some work to do to try to figure out if this definitely needs to be a trial or not.
Okay.
If I could reset it till October 21st.
All right, Norma, is October 21st available?
Or are we filled up there?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you and your client on October 21st.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. You're excused. Have a great rest of your day. And Mr. Jorgens, if you don't have anyone else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Eric Reynolds on Adam Cordova. What
Yes,
date is
Judge.
the contested hearing?
September 28th.
All right, Mr. Cordova, we're going to have your contested hearing on September 28th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Norma, can you let them know 16E can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
Wendy McClellan.
Good morning. I'm here on Ashley Castro that was recalled from Tuesday. Could I go to a room with Hunter if he's available?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thanks.
James Myrick.
Yes, good morning. Pardon for being a little late on this docket call. I know it was 9 o'clock. I got out from civil court. I have a Daryl Hall. He should be here. We talked earlier this morning.
What is the, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
This will be criminal trial division. Thank you. Criminal trial division.
Right. Well,
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you.
Judge, can I have a breakout room with my client who's in jail, John Macias?
All right. If you will, I'll send you to number 7. And Mr. Macias.
Thank you.
I don't see, don't go yet.
Okay.
Mr. Macias is not on the Zoom. I'm being told he's in custody.
Let me check on that.
It's Gomez Macias. All right, Mr. Gomez. I'm going to send you to number 7. If you'll go there with your attorney, please. David Woodard, you're back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, Judge, I had another client on your docket. I have Ruben Garcia, and it's a trial division case. And I forgot who I conferred with last session. It was either Marcus or Hunter, but I forgot.
All right, David, I will send you to breakout room number 8. Jeb Locke.
Hi, Judge. It looks like we're going to have an agreement on Joseph Payne.
Okay.
A plea agreement. I understand that the DA David Martin is I think it's going to take him quite a while to get the paperwork together.
Okay, you want to zoom out and zoom back in?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. If you can zoom back in by 11:30, please.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I'll be able to check for his the emails and stuff from the.
All right, and if your client is on bond, can you?
He's in jail.
Okay. All right, then if you could zoom back in at 11:30, please.
Okay.
All right. Valentina Kogut.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm back from a breakout room.
Yes.
I've conferred with my client. I've conferred with the state.
At this time, I'm asking for a 2-3 week reset, and the reason for that, Your Honor, my client is not 100%. She still appears to be ill, but it appears we do have an agreement. I just need a little bit of time for her to get.
All right, if you can go back to room number 5 and have your client come out of the breakout room, please.
Sure.
Thank you. And Norma, on Montez, can you give me a 2-week reset?
Yes, ma'am. We can do the 29th or the 30th, Judge.
Let's put it for September 30th.
Okay.
Just give me one moment. I'm going to go to the breakout room and let them know what the date is.
Yes, ma'am.
And Norma, I didn't know if Jonathan Chavez was going to be here for Neil Kafas on Turabiatis or not.
I'm sorry?
Turabiatis, that's Neil Kafas.
Okay.
He's not here.
Jonathan Chavez?
Judge, no, I said I didn't know if Jonathan Chavez was going to be here for him or not.
I think he's in breakout room 3, Judge.
And Norma, I'll put in the chat box the other attorneys who are missing. All right, Charles Gold.
Judge Boyd, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I hope you're not driving.
No, I'm not. Oh, here we go. I'm not driving, Judge. No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, you have Parker Pimentel.
Yes, ma'am. And he's
All right,
still. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
this is where a guy that he's supposed to turn himself in. We have an agreement, and but he's been positive for COVID for a while now, Judge.
All right, do we have documentation?
I emailed your coordinator last night, and I talked with her this morning.
All right, Norma, when do you want to reset Mr. Pimentel?
Judge, I can bring him back in 3 weeks.
Okay, what date?
Let me. I can do October 11th.
All right, we will see you back on October 11th.
And will you send me a email with that? I'm driving and I can't write it down.
Oh, no, Ms. Ferguson will send out the email.
Thank you so much, Judge. I'm kidding. I'm not going to drive it.
You're funny. You're driving. Okay.
All right.
I know you're not driving. For the children who are watching.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Anyone else ready? James Myrick.
Yes, I had just conferred with the state on Mr. Darrell Hall with the trial division, and there being a co-defendant involved as well with motions for suppression. I don't think this is going to resolve itself today.
When you say motions for suppression, are you talking about you filed motions for suppression or somebody else has filed a motion for suppression?
I have not. The co-defendant in the same transaction in case has, and it's actually likewise filed in this court. So with that looming, the client will not work or agree to a plea agreement today.
Well, no, your case is separate. So,
yeah.
So no motion to suppress has been filed in your case, correct?
None, Your Honor.
All right, where is Mr. Hall?
He's here. I don't know. He's on the Zoom somewhere.
I don't see him. Darrell Hall. Where's Darrell Hall?
He was there.
Yes, I don't see your client. So as soon as your client appears, we will take this up. And because you were late, I'll give your client till 11. So you may want to call your client to see where he is, and I'll give him till 11.
Judge, can I speak to Meredith again, please?
Yes.
For a plea?
Let me see where you are. I'll send you to number 9.
Thank you.
Meredith, if you're free, if you could go to breakout room number 9, please.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. To prosecutors, Ted Wood is in number, I'm going to move him to number 10. It's family violence. And Eduardo Jimenez, where are you?
Judge, I think he left. I've been trying
Norma?
to track him down.
Norma, could you have Eduardo Jimenez come back to the 187?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it would just be.
All right, Mr. Rice, we're gonna get your attorney back here.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I think somebody moved me out of the breakout room that you put me in.
Oh, no, I moved you to one closer. I moved you to a higher up room so that
Thanks.
everyone can see you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
All right, Robert Maurer, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 11. Ah, you got kicked out. All right, Robert Maurer, I'll send you to number 11.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And actually, I may be able to move some more people. Who's the attorney for Gomez? All right, Mr. Wyatt, I see Mr. Hall is back. So what do we do in this case?
So as stated earlier, an offer was made by the state. Mr. Hall will essentially pass that offer. There is no motion to suppress, at least he has not filed. Now, there is a co-defendant in the same criminal transaction, which actually Mr. Maurer does represent, and there is a motion to suppress the file on that. I think they have common interest. However, yeah, I mean, I think that the defendant, Mr. Hall, will likewise file the same motion.
Just 1 second, Mr. Maurer. Mr. Marcier, how do you say your name?
It's Mosier, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Moser, stop moving your phone around, find a location,
Yes,
stop moving around everywhere. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. How does one join a breakout room? I ask, Your Honor.
Hello?
I haven't invited you to a breakout room. So the way you join a breakout room is when I request that you go to one.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Hall,
Yes.
have you received all the discovery?
I can't say for sure on that.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with the state.
Okay.
I'm going to send you to number 7. So could prosecutor go to number 7 to speak with Mr. Meyer, please?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge Victor Gomez.
Yes.
Status, I conferred with my client. I've already gotten the reset date from Norma for October 21st.
All right, just 1 second.
Yeah. Can we be excused, Judge?
Yes.
All right.
And I believe Mr. Hernandez, did you bring him back to the main room or no?
I asked him to come back to the main room. But
Norma, can you let them know that 14P can be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Jimenez,
Yes,
I
Judge.
cannot have attorneys leaving the room and leaving their clients in breakout rooms by themselves.
Understood, Judge.
So whenever attorneys are leaving, if your client is an inmate, they need to come back to the main room.
Okay, Judge, understood. Thank you.
All right. Who's your client?
It is John Rice, Your Honor.
All right. Do you need to speak with him again?
No, Your Honor, we just need the
Eduardo,
paper.
I need to speak to
Yes.
you.
Marcus.
All right.
does.
All right. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. The state will meet you there. Hi, Mr. Woodard.
Judge, I conferred with Marcus on my client, Ruben Garcia. He gave me a new offer this morning. I relayed that offer to my client, and he has declined that new offer and wants to keep his case on the trial docket.
All right. Where is your client, Mr. Garcia?
Let me grab him out of the breakout room.
All right. Thank you. All right. Ruben Garcia.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
My understanding is the state made an offer to you today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So because they made the offer today, I'm going to recall this. I know your attorney is saying that you're requesting a jury trial, but I'm going to recall this because I like to give people a chance to think things over. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Norma, on Ruben Garcia. Mr. Woodard, are you okay with the 30-day reset?
No, that's fine, Judge.
All right. On Ruben Garcia, can I get a 30-day reset? And Mr. Garcia, that will be your plea deadline date. Mr. Woodard, you received all the discovery in each of these cases?
I have, Judge.
All right. So Norma, what's the date for us?
October 21st, Judge.
All right, Mr. Garcia.
Yes, ma'am.
Your plea deadline date is going to be October the 21st. So when you come back, that will be the last time the court will extend your plea deadline date. So that will be it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Garcia, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back on October 21st.
You too. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. All right, Norma, can you let them know 14L can go back?
May I be excused, Judge?
Yes. And Norma, on Mr. Seeloff's client, Manuel Gonzalez, he was set for October 15th.
Okay.
It's cause number 2021 CR 6657. But the competency evaluation has been completed and he's going to be transferred to the state hospital, I believe.
Okay.
Can we reset this? If we can reset it for mid-November, just to see where we are.
Yes, ma'am.
I hear you, Judge. Could I see Meredith one more time?
Yes, just one second. Let me get the reset date on Gonzalez so you'll have it.
Okay, just for your edification, we have a plea worked out on Macias. We'd like to do it this morning.
All right, thank you.
November 17th, Judge.
I
All
got
right,
it.
and on your client, Manuel Gonzalez, it'll be November 17th.
Thank you very much, Judge. Can
You're
I see
welcome.
Meredith?
Yes, Meredith, if you can go to breakout room number 7, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, could you have Rice go to breakout room 1 with his attorney?
All right, Mr. Rice, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Let me find you.
I put him in 1. He just needs.
All right, thank you. All right, James Byron on Dara Hall.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have all the discovery?
Yes, and with the body cam, I think that was the one I was wondering about, and they did send the body cam last week, so we got that. Yes.
All right, and have you reviewed that with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Hall has seen the body cam.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, can you give this a 30-day reset, please?
The 21st, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hall, we're going to see you back on October 21st.
Okay, thank you.
And at that time, after that date, I'm going to give you a plea deadline date. And after that plea deadline date that I give you, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and the next time you appear on Zoom, you better be sitting up instead of leaning back in your chair. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the 187 District Court in person. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. May I see my
Yes.
client, Mr. Hernandez? I'm sorry, Mr. Rice.
Okay, Mr. Rice, could you please go to breakout room number 1? And Mr. Jimenez, if you'll go to 1.
Yes,
Judge,
ma'am.
I just sent a deputy to go help him.
All right, thank you.
Judge, may I approach when you have a moment? It's Eduardo Jimenez.
Yes, just give me one moment. All right, Kelly McGinnis, have you conferred with the state?
Judge, I did yesterday. This is the one that was for the bond hearing. I didn't know when you were gonna have time for me. I'm gonna call and get the victim on the Zoom as soon as you're ready for us.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Okay.
Mr. Jimenez, yes.
Yes, Judge. Marcus and I have reached an agreement on the case in your court. But the client also has 2 cases in the 12th that we need to resolve. I'm not sure how Marcus wanted to go about it, but he wanted the county court 12 cases to get resolved before we move forward on the felony.
And Judge already reached out to the prosecutors in 12 and they checked with the court and it's good for them to do the plea today. So let me get the link sent to Eduardo so they could hop over and do that.
And my client's prepared to do that, to do what he needs to do in county court 12 to move forward.
All right, thank you. Jonathan Chavez.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm back from conferring with, I ended up conferring, well, I got bounced around a couple times, but ended up conferring with Hunter. There's a body camera that Hunter's trying to get for me, Your Honor. It's kind of the only real relevant camera that would be in the case. That would be in the controlled substance case. In the family violence case, an offer has been made. It sounds like it's a package deal, but I just wanted to look at that discovery first. So I was gonna ask for a short setting or a short reset just to try to get that video.
All right, state how much time is needed for him to have the video, for you to get him the video.
24 hours? I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding, Jonathan. Judge, a week or 2 weeks would be fine.
All right, Norma, can you recall Turabiadis for 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am. I can.
Thank you. I'm trying with that last name. And where's your client?
He should be logged on, Your Honor, although I'm not.
I don't see him anywhere. Let me see. Yes, he's not here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
All right, Norma, what's the 2-week date, please?
I can do the 30th or the 1st. Judge.
We'll do September 30th.
Okay.
All right, you need to have your client zoom in, Mr. Chavez.
I can do that.
All right, and your court date will be September 30th, but I won't have it placed in the system until your client zooms in.
Okay, I'll try to track him down real quick, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Judge, I sent you a chat.
All right, thanks.
Judge, I have a question for the court.
Yes.
So I just received the invite to go to county court 12. I don't know
Yes.
on my client's side though, I don't know what he has, what he's been instructed.
All right, just give one. I'm sorry, what? All
I let Norma know she's working on it now.
right, so that's being worked on.
Okay, is it okay if I join the link to go to county court 12 now or?
Yes,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. All right, and then who is the prosecutor on Keith Evans?
It was Joe Ray yesterday, Judge.
All right, and Ms. McGinnis, just give us a moment. We're gonna need probably an attorney appointed to her, is that correct?
I think that was the state's position yesterday.
All right, Norma, can you see if David Woodard is available to Zoom back in?
Yes, ma'am. If you can just give me a few minutes, Judge, I'm just trying to send the jail the link.
Oh,
for
no,
112.
no problem.
Just give me just a few minutes.
Sure, iPhone. The person in the black shirt who's dressed inappropriate for court because he's wearing a cap, who are you? You're muted.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
What is your name?
Keith Evans.
All right, you know you're not allowed to wear caps in court. Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it.
Do not come back on this Zoom again wearing a cap or being dressed inappropriately. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Terry Bediatis, could you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your case has been reset, and we're going to come back on September 30th. Don't be late for court again, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that.
All right, your excuse.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. McGinnis, can you have the complainant zoom in, please?
Okay, Judge, I sent her the link. I'm not sure if she's in the waiting room.
No, she hasn't come yet.
Okay, let me call her real quick.
All right. And Norma, I'm sending you a chat.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and has a family violence prosecutor been to breakout room number 5 to speak with Ted Wood on Matthew Stribling?
I can go in there.
All right, thank you. He wants to speak concerning a bond.
Yeah, we spoke about it yesterday and I'm just trying to work on some paperwork.
Okay, all right, thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
David Woodard.
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with Kelly McGinnis. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6, and I will join you there shortly. And let me see. I will be right there. And Joe Ray, can you go to number 6, please? Thank you. All right, my Trinique Flint, you need to find a place and you need to be stationary. The court doesn't allow Zooming and driving.
Oh, no, I'm not driving. I'm in the car. I left out of my work station.
Okay, all right, just give us a moment.
Okay.
Wendy McClellan,
Yes, I wanted to see if I could go back to a room with Hunter.
okay.
Thank you.
If you'll go to number 3, and Hunter, if you could go to breakout room number 3, please. Robert Maurer. You're on mute.
I didn't realize you were calling me, Judge. I didn't hear it.
Yes.
I talked to Hunter. He's going to check. There's apparently a video of a statement made by my client at homicide. And they have not had any contact from the victim yet about an offer. So maybe a 30-day setting would be sufficient.
All right, I'll recall you for October 21st.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
And I think your client wants to speak with you. I don't know if you want to do that off docket or now.
I can do it now. Would you put us
All
in
right.
a breakout room?
Yes, I will send you to breakout room number 8, and you can be excused from that breakout room, Mr. Maurer.
Thank you, Judge.
And Miss McClellan, you can go back to that room.
You said 3, but only gave me the option for 4. I went there. Hunter wasn't there. Oh, no, it says 3.
All right, thank you. All right, Hunter, if you could go to breakout room number 3, please. All right, Ms. Flint, just give me a moment and I'm going to see if they're ready for you. Ms. Flint, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6. Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is there a problem with your hair? Is it itching? Is your scalp itching? What's going on?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Mr. Morris, if you could go to breakout room number 3, please.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
Is there any way that I can contact my attorney?
Sure, you're free to pick up the phone and call your attorney.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. McGinnis, do you need to speak with your client?
No, not yet, Judge. David just wanted to speak with her in private, so we just left for a minute. But I've talked to my client on the phone. He knows what's going on.
All right, thank you. Everyone, just give me a moment, please. Mr. Seeloff?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm waiting for the paperwork on Macias.
Okay.
Meredith was the DA. She said she was going to set it up.
All right. Mr. Williams, we're going to have you come back at 2.
Yes, ma'am. Can I say one thing to you, Judge?
If it's something concerning your attorney will need to be present.
It really isn't. It's about him. I got postponed till today. And I haven't had contact with him. Last time I heard he was in federal court. That was his reasoning. I called before I even got the ID.
Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to make
Okay.
sure that your attorney is here at 2, okay?
Okay,
Your
thank you,
attorney
ma'am.
wasn't here last time because your attorney was in federal court, and federal court does take precedent over state court.
Okay.
So we're going to see if there's some issue that he can't be here because he may still be involved with his case in federal court. We will let you know. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. David, have you had a chance to speak with your client, or do you need more time or more information from the state or the defense?
No, Judge, I just spoke with her. I was just letting Kelly and Joe Ray know if they wanted to, they can come back in the breakout room and speak to her. And I'll be in the breakout room also.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rathbone, we're just waiting for your attorney, okay? Thank you for your patience. We may need to call you back at 2, but I'm going to just wait a little bit more to see. Jeb Block, you are right back at 11:30. Not 11:30 in 1 second or 2 seconds, 11:30 exactly.
On the dot.
Yes. All right. So your client is
Joseph Payne.
Payne. All right. Mr. Payne, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. Let me find where you were previously. All right.
Yes.
I'm going to send you to number 8, Mr. Payne.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. I'm not. Yes. All right, Chedwood.
Hi, Judge. I had to go check in with drug court. Apparently,
problem.
they ended in, now I'm back.
Okay. So did you confer with the state?
I've never been put in a room with any judge.
All right, I don't know why they haven't been there yet. Just give us a moment.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Mr. Wood.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 4. I'll move you up higher, so hopefully they'll see you.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. I know that David is working on some complicated paperwork. So I'll send you in number 2 if you want. You can go to number 2, or if you want, you can confer off docket and come back at 2. It is completely up to you.
I'd like to go. Is Joe Ray in number 2?
No, no one's in number 2. I send the attorneys to breakout rooms. Joe Ray is actually in breakout room number 6 conferring on another matter, but the prosecutors should be able to see you in number 2.
Or I can just come back at 2 p.m. this afternoon?
Yes.
I think I'll take that second option, Judge. Thank you for the choice.
All right, thank you. Mr. Strickland, we're gonna bring you back at 2.
Yes, ma'am, that's perfectly fine. Thank you. You have a great day. God bless.
Oh, thank you. God bless you too. Norma, can we have
ma'am.
Mr. Stribling to come back at 2 p.m.? He's L11.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you back at 2.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm good to take off the headset and leave.
Don't leave. We have to let the deputies know, because the deputies don't want the inmates just moving around freely. So a deputy will come and tap you on the shoulder to be allowed to move. All right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Norma on Rathburn, can we bring her back at 2 as well? I don't know where Ms.
Yes,
Boyd
ma'am.
is. All right, Ms. Rathburn, thank you for your patience. We're gonna bring you back at 2 p.m. and your attorney will be here at that time. Norma, she's L24.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and are we ready on Keith Evans?
Yes, Judge.
State, are you ready on Keith Evans?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Well, Brenna, that's not working the way it's supposed to work. Kelly, sometimes the spotlight works for us and sometimes it doesn't.
You didn't want me in the spotlight?
No, there's a song called Spotlight, right, Brenna?
Yeah.
Like I think it's from like the 70s or 80s or something. Brenna says it's easier for her to do when she can see everybody's faces.
Yeah, this actually is easier. And Judge, we left my Trinique in the breakout room because we're just gonna, I guess, give you the information that we got from her. Because I think the only issue is really the conditions. So
Okay.
I don't know if you wanted her on here, but we didn't anticipate having live testimony.
Oh, so you guys are just gonna argue?
Yes.
Well, I mean, is it
Basically,
agreed?
I think we're in agreement to what she says, and we just wanted you to be aware of what she said so that you could make your decision.
All right, David Woodard, can you go back to breakout room number 6 and have your client come in the main room, please? And so has a bond been set in this case or not set?
It has not been set, Judge.
All right, so are you all in agreement on a bond or no?
I believe so. I think that we talked about a number yesterday. I mean, I think it's high, but that's my opinion.
All right, well, what's the agreed bond amount?
The agreed bond amount, Judge, was 50. The issue was mostly just the conditions of bond that we were discussing. I don't know if, are we waiting for David or do you want us to just let you know?
All right, so first things first, before we go on the record, and then we'll put everything on the record. I just want to see where we are.
Okay.
All right, so there's only one case, is that correct?
Correct, Judge. One case to set a bond on.
And so what's the agreed bond amount?
The agreed bond amount was 50,000.
All right, so what are you all in disagreement over?
We're in disagreement, Judge, about whether or not my client requires a GPS monitor and a no contact order with my Trinique Flint.
Okay, so before we go on the record, what's the issue with GPS?
So, Judge, we were hoping that Mr. Evans could go over to satellite and get bonded out. And if the court's aware that if he needs a GPS monitor, then that's not an option, that he has to go to the actual jail. There are some issues with the case and the facts of the case that I believe could lead the state to reduce it. And I guess that's my biggest problem, is that this could end up being something that would result in a misdemeanor, and therefore he would have been on a GPS monitor, you know, on house arrest for months and months before that decision is made. When
And state, are you going to be in disagreement with the GPS?
Yes, Judge, we are going to ask for a GPS. He also is on bond for a first-degree felony. To defense's argument, even if it was a misdemeanor, I would be
Okay. Oh, no, I just want to see if you guys are in agreement or disagreement. So now I know where the disagreements lie. And I guess the other disagreement is going to be with the no contact.
Yes, and after talking to Ms. Flint, we'll leave that one up to the discretion of the court based on what she told us in her request.
Okay, all right. So now I know where we are. We're going to go on the record. Court is calling CM 087512, State of Texas versus Keith Evans. If I could have parties announced for the record for the state.
Joey Garcia.
For the defense.
Kelly McGinnis for the defense.
And we do have an attorney for the witness, Maitronique Flint. If I could have that attorney announce, please.
David Andre Woodard for Ms. Flint.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Woodard, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Evans, do you have any objections with this taking place by video? You're muted. You need to unmute. Stop texting and unmute.
No, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Defense, you filed a motion to set bond.
Yes, ma'am. I have no objections.
All right. Ms. McGinnis, you filed a motion to set bond. My understanding from both parties is that the agreed bond amount is $50,000. Is that correct, defense?
That's correct, Judge.
State, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, state, what conditions are you asking for bond?
Judge, the conditions we're asking is for full GPS monitor. The reason being is because of the nature of the offense and the fact that the defendant is already on bond for a first-degree felony.
All right, just 1 second off the record. Who is inmate Castro? Mr. Castro, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. If you'll go to number 2 with your attorney, please. I'm sorry about that. Back on the record.
Yes, Judge.
So you're asking for full GPS, and the reason because of the nature of the offense?
Yes, and the fact that he is on bond for a first-degree felony before picking up this new offense.
All right, any other conditions you're requesting?
Judge, the other request was the no contact with the complainant. For that, we are going to leave up to the discretion of the court. The reason being is defense and I both just spoke to the complainant. It is her wishes to have contact and be in contact with the defendant for certain reasons. I'll let defense address that, but that's our stance on that.
All right, then let's start with the no contact issue. The state, I'm assuming, is remaining silent. Ms. McGinnis, can you tell me, do Mr. Evans and Ms. Flint have children together?
No, Judge, they do not have children together, and however, and they're not in a relationship anymore. The issue is that they did live together. She's not living there currently, but she does have all of her belongings there, her belongings for her son. They own it together. She goes back there to do laundry. They are still, they're still friends. They still have other vehicles and things like that that they have both of their names on, and they have reasons to have to talk and to communicate. She is not fearful of Mr. Evans, and she wants to have contact with him, and that's been confirmed by me and Joe Ray Garcia.
All right. Does anyone want to call Ms. Flint as a witness?
Judge, I don't.
Strictly for the issue of the no contact.
I guess I'll call her, Judge.
All right, Ms. Flint, can you unmute yourself, please? Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Could you state and spell your name for the record, please?
My name is Maitronique Flint, MYTRENIQUE, Flint, FLINT.
All right, and defense, the part that the court is interested in is, of course, the no contact order and why she would need to have contact with Mr. Evans.
Okay. May I proceed, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Flint, are you asking this court to allow Mr. Evans to have contact with you during while he's out on bond?
Yes.
Okay, and why, can you tell the court, Judge Boyd, why you would like to have contact with Keith?
Well, for one, we still share a house together. I'm not there at the moment, but I go often. Like I go twice a week to wash me and the few clothes. I'll switch out my clothes. My stuff is there. All of my belongings are still there. I haven't moved anything, just my clothes. We do have cars together. I still pay bills at the house because they're under my name. So I'll get them like the light bill or the water bill. I'll go get it. I still have mail that goes there, so I'll go get my mail, things like that. I'm not scared of him. I'm not in danger. He doesn't bother me.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
All right, state.
That's just one follow-up question. Ms. Flint, has anything ever happened like this before? Any type of violence, or do you think it'll happen in the future if possible?
No.
No further questions, Judge.
All right, and then the other issue is as it relates to Ms. Flint?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently residing at that location or no?
No, I'll go some days out the week, like if I'm washing, or if me and my son have to stay there, I do, but I don't stay there every day. But I'll stay at least 3-4 times out the week.
So who are you currently staying with? And I don't want the address or anything, but where are you living? Are you homeless, not homeless?
No, I'm not homeless. Like if I don't have anywhere to go, or like if my mom says I can't stay at her house, I'll go there. But other than that, I'll stay at my mom's house or friend's house.
Okay, so Ms. McGinnis, where's your client currently living? Kelly McGinnis, where's your client currently living?
My client is Judge. I don't know.
I mean, is he living at that home?
I believe so. Yes.
All right, and then with regards to the GPS, I'll hear any evidence as it relates to GPS.
Judge, I don't have any evidence. I just have argument and just a request. I mean, if you want me to give you my thoughts on that, after speaking with my Trinique, there are some questions about whether or not a deadly weapon was used in this offense. And I guess that's my biggest complaint, and the fact that the bond is already going to be $50,000. And if this makes it, at the DA's office down the line, I feel like at some point it could change to a misdemeanor. And then he would have spent months and months and months with a GPS monitor with a extremely high bond for that level of offense. And I've spoken with Ms. Flint yesterday and again today, and she said it in the presence of the DA and her attorney that a weapon was not used, that she does not remember even telling the officers that, and that the weapon was actually confiscated when he was previously arrested in March. So I guess that's my issue with GPS. In addition to that, I would like for him to be able to go to the satellite. He came to us because he became aware that maybe that a warrant was out there. We had no idea. We searched for it. We found he did have a warrant. So he's wanting to go turn himself in. He's not trying to avoid the warrant or avoid court dates or anything like that. He's been at every court appearance. This actually occurred back in July, so it's been 2 months. July 3rd was the offense date of this assault, and without him even knowing that a warrant was out. So I'm just asking, I don't think that a GPS is necessary for him to come to court and to abide by the court's rulings.
All right, so the CM number 087512, what is the offense?
It's an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And I guess what I was trying to explain yesterday, Judge, is that there was an allegation of the assault that took place. And then in that police report and in that statement that the police, when speaking with Ms. Flint, there was some mention of a weapon being pointed in her direction. And so it wasn't the weapon that caused the injuries. That was a kind of a separate thing. It was just that during the commission of that offense, allegedly a weapon was brandished. So it's not, and now she's saying she does not even recall saying that to anyone, that they had asked her if weapons were in the home, and she had said yes. That's all she really remembered that she could have possibly said about a weapon. So that's kind of where I was coming from with asking for no GPS, because I feel like the charge could change. And as you know, that takes months and months and months sometimes for that to happen.
Okay, and then the other case that I'm assuming he has bond for, what is that case number?
That case is also unindicted, Judge, and it is Night Mag 604557.
And what is that charge?
That charge is a possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams.
Okay. All right, if there's nothing else from the defense, then I'll hear state's argument.
Yes, Judge. At this time, we move to enter State's Exhibit 1, which is the report.
All right.
I would object to that. We have the witness here if he wants to ask her questions about that.
It's an initial bond hearing, Judge.
But you all have already agreed to the bond amount, correct?
Correct.
Yes, based on the conditions.
All right, if you want to, wish to question the witness about conditions?
No, Your Honor, we can save it for argument then.
All right, the court will hear argument.
Judge, just briefly, based on the GPS, part of defense's argument was, well, we don't know if it's going to be an aggravated assault. As stated, even if it wasn't aggravated and there was an assault that sent the complainant to the hospital, while he's on bond for a first-degree felony, I would still ask for the same condition, given what's alleged to have happened. Therefore, I believe it's necessary to have a GPS as a conditions for this offense, for the safety of the community. So therefore, we do ask the court to grant that as a condition.
Okay. This is what the court will do. Court will sentence the defendant to $50,000 bond. And I say sentence, but the court will set the bond at $50,000 as agreed to. There's to be no in-person contact with Maitronique Flint. What that means is you all can have phone contact. So if you need to do laundry or pick up something from the home or discuss car payments or car notes, then you all can do that by phone. And Mr. Evans, you're to make sure that you're not present if Ms. Flint needs to go attain clothing or do laundry. And I'm going to do GPS tracking and waive fees. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
And state.
All right, then you are all excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're free to log off, Maitronique.
Judge, on Macias, can we be recalled at 2 o'clock for the rest of the paperwork? He's a prisoner. Could you tell him or order him back at 2?
Yes, just give me one moment.
Sure.
Norma, on Gomez, can we have him come back at 2 o'clock, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he'll be back at 2.
May I be excused for lunch?
Yes, enjoy your lunch.
I hope you get one.
Oh, we're breaking at least by 12:30, so we will make that happen.
I'll see you at 2. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
Joey, can you check your chat box?
Norma, for the remaining cases, we're going to have to come back at 2 p.m. I have a meeting at noon.
Okay, Rice is back, Judge, from County Court 12.
All right.
I don't know if anything needs to be done on his case, Judge. Marcus is here, I think.
Mr. Rice, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, did you complete your case in County Court 12?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just give me a moment. Marcus, what's happening with Mr. Rice?
It's a plea to time.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rice, we're going to bring you back at 2 p.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And Norma, he's 14P. All right, and everyone, I'm going to stop live stream. We'll be back at 2